안녕하세요 여러분. I'm a Valentine이라고 합니다. What's up everybody? I'm a Valentine here. I'm getting ready. Just threw on the wig and I was like, let me vlog today. I'm about to do some eyeshadow and then get out the house. But so far, what do you think of the base? This shade is off. The girls before tried to tell me that, but I was like, no, I like how it looks red. Now I'm like, oh, it looks orange. It's okay. It's fine. I prefer to have a little color to my face rather than looking bland. So whatever, we'll make it work. Also, as long as I got this one, my earring like flicked off in the middle of the night. There's a lot going on, and I will tell y'all a little bit more later. But stay tuned. Stay tuned. I did eyeshadow. Now eyeliner. All right, y'all. This is how I'm looking, and I'm dancing. So I feel like this is such a artist look. Like it very much so gives. Oh, never mind. I gotta go. My Uber just pissed me off. She asked me like a question. I answered it. Then she asked me like basically the same question, worded differently. I answered the same thing. Then it was quiet. And then she missed a turn. And then she goes, where do you want to get dropped off at? At the address I put? Question mark? Oh, no, me. I wanted to give her a 1. And I was like, no. You need to forgive and be a kind human being. So I didn't.
Brilliant is this. She was brilliant. But also a little.
Hi, y'all are falling. I'm trying to prop you on the water. Okay, so, hola. I got coffee. And before this music starts, a little bitter. You're mixing it. I got here early in case I was needed, but I wasn't. So I think I'm gonna watch some K-drama, or maybe I should add one of these videos. Either way, I should probably grab my headphones. See y'all later. It is irrational. It is illogical. It is somehow legitimate. You know, sometimes I think I dream very, very big. I want to own Starbucks. I want to own Starbucks. I just want to own it. I want to own it. And yeah, I want to own Starbucks. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, I just ordered this coffee after I ate food. So I ordered food. I was crying about how there were times that the only thing I ate was when I was at work. And crying about the people who, like, there were times where I would drink a lot of stuff at work and eat at work because I just didn't really have the funds to, like, spend very much on food, really. So I was reading some of this book, just like, I think I'm in like the first and second chapter of How to Win Friends and Influence People. And I what's it called? What was I saying? I got distracted because I got a message. Yeah, just seeing how, like, man, it just reminded me of like things I've been through, and it just makes me feel for people because I've been there and there are people that are currently there. So I'm just thinking, like, I'm grateful what I have, and I need to figure out how to stay humble and stay a supportive individual, because not all of us are in the same situation. And despite that, I still feel frustrated because I know I have so far to go. Like, still, I'm blessed. You know, just God just moves so. God is just so amazing, bro. God is so interesting. And yeah, man, I am thankful for this coffee that I was craving so bad. I just spent $3. I mean, not $3. $10 on a $3 coffee. Trying to make sure that doesn't have all my information on it. Got my name, but five sugars, half-inch cream. I needed this. Literally. The elixir of life. I'm watching a K-drama. Upside down Alma. Upside down Alma. Upside down Alma. Watching a K-drama, and it's called Nam Nam. And yeah, it's actually pretty good. I'm enjoying it. K-dramas, as at least the ones I've seen as of recent, they don't hit like when I first started watching K-dramas, which was like the very last week of 2013. And I discovered BTS BTS and K-pop, because my first song was Bad Boy by Big Bang that I fell in love with, and I had my sisters listening to it. But I think that was like, that might have been when I first started watching K-dramas too. When I discovered BTS, it was like March, I want to say it was like March 11th or March 13th. And I remember trying to trace back the exact day because it was very special. They were very special. And even as I move forward in my career, like, there are certain people who, the way that they have made me feel and the things that they even inspired in me as I was growing up, it's like, I'll never forget the things that, like, the positive character traits, like Rap Monster, for example. That's who I connected with most on just like our personality level matches. His leadership and the way that he is devoted to his team. Why do I want to cry? The way that he is devoted to his team is something that I just aspire to have, like, with every team that I work with. And it's so funny because I've always wanted to be a great music artist, but as I've grown, I've wanted to become, like, not only a great music artist, but also a great leader in general. Like, with the things that I say, the things that I do, the way that I speak to people, the way that I treat people, and the way that I support others as well. And going forward, you know, as I start to open my businesses, as I am blessed with the knowledge and the ability comes, I pray that I keep myself to the point where I recognize the importance in other human beings, and never, ever dumb that down. Ever, ever. And I pray that my ego never gets so big that I try to put myself over people in order to make myself feel like I am more important than other human beings. I want to be great. I want to be great. And at the same time, I want to be somebody that ignites the passion to strive for greatness in other people, not just somebody that exerts themselves over people in order to feel powerful. I never want to become that. And I pray that God would shoot me down if I ever were to get to the point where I wanted to hurt others or take things from people just to feel like I was more powerful. I pray that God would just shoot me down. Yeah. I pray that God would always humble me when I need to be humbled, and raise me up when I need to be raised up, and bring the right people around me to tell me, you know, what I need to hear in those moments, and give me the ability to recognize and tell the difference every time. Discernment. Amen. Father God, can I just say I'm thankful for all the gifts and understanding. At the end of my days, I know I'll say thank you. So now I'll say thank you. Yeah, yeah. Y'all, apparently I sang too good the other day when I was singing When I'll See You Again by Charlie Puth and them, because tell me why I got a copyright thing that popped up and it was like, oh, they let you use it on YouTube, and I was like, did I sing the notes too correct to where like the algorithm picked it up and was like, ah, that's Charlie Puth and Wiz? And I was like, I was just doing a little cover thing on the rando, but I'm like, dang, can't even sing a cover, dang. But it wasn't a copyright strike, but it said something about a copyright, and I was like, bruh, I was just trying to make people laugh and smile. But anyways, y'all, I'm gonna keep watching my K-drama for now. We'll see what I get into later. Bye. Keeping it real, right? This is how ashy I really am. My nails are all gone now. Well, not all gone, but you know, they're a bit down from me being stressed, and I didn't paint them when I knew I should have, and I should have done a color, cause I've shown myself that when they're empty I start to fight them. I did a simple sparkle paint thinking that was enough, but it wasn't, and now I got stubs again. Stubs again, stubs again. Comment stub gang if you can relate. Stub gang. Any nail biters in the chat? Any nail biters in the building? Stub gang. Let's go. Let's go. Not stub gang for long, but currently stub gang. What was I about to say? Why is my nose suddenly doing things? I'm in here journaling. Well, budgeting, really, y'all. Let me tell you something. There's this thing. I can't remember where it's from, if it's literally from the Bible, or I think it might be from the Bible, but I know I heard it from Steve Harvey. Write the vision, make it plain. Let me tell you something. This is not the first time. I told you I was doing budgeting. This is not the first time that I have written down a number, how much that I want to make, asked God for it, and then let it go, and struggled and was sad and went on in my life, just the usual cycles. And then all of a sudden, somehow, some way, I'm over here doing this budget, and it looks like I'm making right exactly what I asked God for. And it's been all in God's timing, you know, and I've only been working at this new place for a couple weeks. So even the reaching the number will come when I have like my full normal hours on my schedule, which will be coming up in the next few weeks. But it's just the fact that it's literally like currently just doing these calculations about $50 below that number, just based off the numbers that I had from this week. But I can expect to be getting even more tips once I get my hours, my normal hours. So literally I will be right at the exact number that I asked God for. And as I still, like, I don't look perfect, you know what I mean? Still going through certain things, dealing with things. And yet, and what's crazy is I've asked for this number so many times. And I thought that I would be in my own place. I thought that when I had this number, it would be easy to pay rent. I thought it would, you know, be easy to have a car. And even as I do these numbers, I'm like, yeah, I could do that. But like, I want to buy a house. I want to buy a condo. Like, I want to buy some property. And I want some gold streams for real. And you know, only God knows how it'll all go, because things are not always that simple. There's complications, there's sacrifices, choices, even in all of this. But it's the fact that it's here. Like, the fact that I'm looking at these numbers like, God, it's only you. It's only you. That's the only way. And it's crazy because it just gives me the faith and knowing that, cool, I'm going to go higher. Because for a long time, this number was unattainable. And I thought that this number would be like life-changing, like revolutionize my world. And yet, not exactly. I mean, I am blessed. Like, I know that I will not have to be hungry as long as I have these jobs. I know I won't have to be hungry. But in order to maintain this amount, I have to work a lot. No days off. My rest time is going to be really low, and I also have to keep up with this vlog and my music as well. And beautiful thing in that is that I'm learning, I'm being consistent, I'm giving something, you know, with my time. And the thing is, my gold streams need to come from me not having to lift a finger. And I realize now that any type of money that I have to make where I'm actively going and doing something is not consistent. It's like, it's not dependable. Like jobs, you can't depend on that. Does that make sense? Like, currently I am depending on this job, but this job is not necessarily depending on me. Like, I know my team, you know, they depend on me to, you know, to fulfill my duties and things of that sort. But if I wasn't there, baby, best believe they would figure it the hell out. You know what I'm saying? Like, the organization would figure it out. You know, there's people that could grow into my position and things of that sort. I am still a dispensable individual. And even if I was indispensable, let's say I was the CEO, or like, let's say that I was a high-level manager for the company. If I have to be involved, it's still like, this is something I have. This is not just coming out of thin air. Like, I've learned this before. But if I do have to be involved, then it is a job. Like, if I need something to where if I died tomorrow, the stream would still be coming in. Like, the gold stream would still be coming in. And I need to sort that. And even as I say that, it makes me like, okay, let me write it and make it plain. But through the ups and downs, I love that y'all get to really see like how I actually feel, my ups and downs. Like, having a raggedy moment, I just popped so many pimples on my face. But I'm here doing these calculations and looking at my pay stubs, and I'm like, man, God, you are blessing me, and you're showing me through the blessing that I need to aim higher, even higher, like way higher, and even that I can inch higher up. Because there was one point I was making $9.25 an hour at a JCPenney's in South Carolina, and then I moved up and I was making $15 an hour, and I'm kind of back on that 15-ish an hour type thing, but I get tips and things of that sort, so I'm up a little bit more. But still, there's more, you know, like, there's a lot more for me out here, you know, and I am very grateful for what I have, sincerely, and I'm still gonna aim higher because I want to be a billionaire. I want to be a billionaire. Sincerely. On that note, I need to rest so that I can have energy to fulfill my duties in order to make this bread going forward. And stand in the blessing that God has given me. But that does require my effort, pushing the rock. La roca incomovible, if you feel me. If you get me, you get me. You get me? But yeah, I need to sleep, really. I kind of want to just stay up and wait for my paycheck to drop. I kind of just want to splurge on Amazon, but I probably shouldn't do that. It's 10:13 p.m. I'll decide then, but I really should just go sleep. Good night, y'all. Annyeong, subscribe.